It is so wonderful to see you again today. And my name is Veronika Olson, for those of you who are new on the channel. Today I'm answering a question that I've heard so many times, but finally um, decided to address it. And I want to thank you so much for the Cash App, the person who requested the question. And the question is, do Slavic people, Russian, Ukrainian women, do they have low self-esteem or do they have very hard standards? Why overall Slavic Eastern European people seem to be very hard on themselves? So yeah, it's been a while since I've done a topic on Russian Ukrainian culture. We are learning how to diversify. Hello, my friends. Wonderful to see you all. Welcome. I am doing very well, thank you. On this beautiful day. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you, everybody. Welcome. Hello, James. Yes, my trip was amazing. I'm still in Florida mood. So it was amazing. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Uh, okay. Um, all right. Just one moment. So I think this topic is gonna be interesting for those of you guys who want to learn and understand our culture and interpersonal relationships better with our ladies in particular, but that will work to understand our culture in general. Just one second. Need to open the window. Okay. So, gonna get some cool air. That's one thing that's amazing about Michigan is that it's actually been hotter here than in Florida, but it's really after 6-7 o'clock it just cools down and it's amazing. So we got something on Florida like a natural air conditioner. So anyway, let me say hello Casey. Well, thank you. Thanks for joining again from Australia. Hello James again. Hello Bill. Hello Stephen, good to see you too. John, good to see you. And Joseph, good to see you too, my friend. Wonderful seeing you guys. Thank you so much for joining today. And those of you who had missed my video last night, I can't always keep videos like this on because if you know me, you know when I get to it, I really get to it. We talked about all kinds of things yesterday. So if you want to watch it, it will be posted tomorrow on my Patreon account. Yes, I really appreciate your support. So anyway, so I have been getting this question quite a bit, and I think John, let's see, John, if you hear, I think you may be able to contribute to this, and in Stephen too, and Joseph too. Have you had this experience when you feel like the woman you're with, she's absolutely gorgeous, there's so many things going on for her, but she seemed to be either shall I say, she seems to be let me add some more light. She seems to be either very shy or she's really hard on herself, or you don't even understand like what's going on, why she has such a reaction. She seemed to be uncomfortable with compliments, and she seemed to often have this negative self-talk, right? Humble is a little bit different. And guys, once again, for those who are new and maybe watching me for other reasons than Ukrainian culture, just wanted to know that this is of course a generalization, but when certain nationality or certain a group of people have a particular trait, it's always kind of okay. Just a second. I'm gonna eat some color. It's gonna be mysterious like this. When a certain group of people or certain personality has a particular trait, and everybody noticing it, it's still a generalization, but this is something to understand. And I do believe this is something about our cultures, the way we grew up, especially for those of us who grew up in post-USSR, because even though the USSR was over, but the people were the same. And I want to shed some light on why is that we are so uncomfortable sometimes with compliments, and why are we so hard on ourselves, and do some of us have low self-esteem. I remember in my early YouTube days when I just started talking about, Russian Ukrainian dynamics, relationships and such, that some men would say, Veronika, Russian Ukrainian women seem to have like super low self-esteem. And I was thinking, why would they say that? And I would honestly say that in some cases it is true. We do have ladies that never had anybody truly admiring them. They never had a household where they were praised. And this is so important for a child, to be praised genuinely. I don't personally believe that it's beneficial to, go bananas over your child doing inappropriate things or not doing things right, and you're doing fantastic. I think it's important that praise is I think when the praise is genuine, it really does something for the person's soul. Okay, just a moment, guys. I don't know what's going on. Please forgive me. I'm in my car, but I'm here with you imperfectly, but I'm here with you. So I do believe that genuine praise does something for the person's soul, especially I would say for the child's soul, because children are forming, and this is where, when in your formative years you don't get any affirmations, it's kind of hard to figure out who you are. And sometimes not only you do not get affirmations, but you get criticism on, for example, sorry guys, for example, on the way you look, or I'm gonna put it this way, talking about low self-esteem. How many children you had seen, little girls, let's talk about little girls. How many little girls you had seen at the age of 2, 3, or even 4, 5, who are unhappy with the way they look? Their hips are too big, or their nose is wrong, or it does not exist. Ladies are, little ladies, little kids, they're just so happy about themselves. They just having so much fun. They having so much fun. They think they're the best thing ever, because they are playing the games, they having fun, they are engaging, they do not doubt themselves. When kids are playing, they do not doubt, can I be a ballerina today, or can I play a doll today? They do not question themselves, and they don't say, well, I don't know if I can be good enough today. No, they are happy, they are excited. I remember doing different outfits, finding really weird clothes and creating something. You are in creative mode, you're in happy mode. Unfortunately, I have to tell you about some negative sides of Eastern European culture, where I'm coming from. Our neighbors, parents, aunties, uncles, and so on and so forth sometimes would beat the hell out of our self-esteem. They would say, oh, well, I see you have problematic skin. Well, boys may not be that interested in you. Or I remember, when I was little, I had this neighbor, and she would say, he would tell me, oh my god, you're so skinny, nobody ever, you will never get married. Well, that myth was debunked twice. But you as a little child, you think, oh my gosh, there is something wrong with you. And it's really interesting, because there could be so many other people that love you. I'm gonna read your comments, just I'm trying to get to the point. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. So may have so many people that actually do love you and express their adoration of how beautiful and how playful, how fun and creative you are, but there is always this one comment. There's always one comment that will get under your skin and your life, or especially girls that girls are judged more for their beauty, and so you can think, oh my gosh, I'm too skinny, or I'm overweight, or I'm too short, or I am this, I'm that. And it does create, and I'm looking at these women that were, I remember my girlfriends, friends I played with, just being little girls having fun. I remember those bitter women that would give us these comments, oh, you're gonna be like this, or you're gonna be like that. And I'm thinking to myself, what have you done in your life? Like, have you, now when I look at this, I'm thinking, you literally did not have any successful area in your life, and you had the guts to say this girl that, there was something wrong with her body or face or anything else. And I'm just looking at this like, I do understand how much of negative programming and criticism we had gotten. And the thing is, the children are absolutely, to my opinion, the children in their natural state are absolutely perfect, both boys and girls, because you have that natural joy. Nobody beat that joy out of you yet. You don't have self-doubts, you don't have self-critics, you don't know that, oh, your hips supposed to be this way, or in your eyes, and your hair is supposed to be, you don't know any of this, so you're just genuinely happy. And that alone can make you a very magnetic, attractive, confident person, even if you do not match some media or society standards. So that is, I just want to take the low self-esteem part out of the way. It is very true. In our culture, the way we were growing up, there was also a lot of superstition. For example, if you have a very beautiful girl, if you say, oh, you're beautiful, they supposedly you will mess it up, and she will grow up and become ugly. It's sort of this, I don't know, superstition. I don't know how else to say this. It doesn't make any sense. So I remember when I was little, when my mom had her neighbor friends, her neighbors, our neighbors, the neighbors would say, oh, you are bad, you are bad. So they were trying to say you are good, but they didn't want to, like, bad destiny come to the girl. So they would always say bad girl, meaning you are good and beautiful girl, but they will call you bad girl. So that is not, even though they may have meant well, but that is not necessarily the best thing you can do to a child who is developing, who has no ideas that, oh, your legs are not certain way, your arms or fingers are not certain way. It's like, it's really very, very unfortunate that we were not guarded better from all these comments. It's absolutely absolutely useless. So therefore, some ladies, we're gonna talk about higher standards in a minute, but some ladies do have low self-esteem. They judge themselves very harshly, and they do not understand that when you truly do love yourself, when you do fulfill yourself with positive good things, you instantly becoming more beautiful and more attractive, because you collect that energy, that positive vibe around you, that no matter what you dress, what you put on, when you smile, when you're happy to see people, when you hug them, I tend to be sometimes overly emotional. Like, you don't need to guess, whether I like you or not, because when I am around the people that I genuinely like and appreciate, I am always like hyped up. And for some people it may be too intense or overwhelming, but this is just how I react. If you are in my close circle, you don't need to guess how I feel about you, because it's all in my face, it's in my gestures. And it was really hard for me to grow up in post-US society. My dad used to tell me that I just want peace for everybody. I would just like open my arms, and I just wanted magic to happen. But people were very reserved, and people were very reserved. They didn't say too much, and praising the child wasn't the part of the culture. So for some young people, that could create higher standards in a positive way, but for some it could create very almost painfully low self-esteem, and being afraid of judgment, and not trying some things because you're gonna get criticized, things like that. I'm gonna take a break and have a drink and read your comments, because as I said, even though I'm sharing a topic, but I do not want this to be a monologue. So oh, thank you, somebody sent me something. Oh wow, somebody sent me a super chat on my Cash App. Thank you so much. And I don't know if this lovely person is watching me right now, but thank you so much for that beautiful, extremely generous super chat. Thank you. I won't reveal because it doesn't matter. It's very, very lovely, and I feel appreciated, even though I don't know if this is from the live stream or in general. So thank you. I guess I can say thank you, Terry. I appreciate that very much. I don't know if you're watching. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bill, as well. Thank you for the super chat here on YouTube. Thank you for the subtle insight, Veronika. This cultural subtleties can make a huge difference in understanding our intercultural partner. Yes. I want you guys to know. Let me actually read this message as well. Thank you. Yes. Man, I'm getting spoiled. I'm getting red. To positivity and a pathway to true happiness. Thank you so very much. I don't know if you're watching, but I truly appreciate the super chats. By the way, guys, you can request a topic or a quick question via Cash App. Please, somebody put my Cash App in, because I get a lot of emails and text, and I get really anxious from a lot of social media. So please do not ever take it personal when I don't respond to you on social media. It's really hard on my type of creative personality, and it has nothing to do with you. But if you want to reach me 100%, send a message or a question, please send it to $, cash, the Cash App. I'll post that Veronika Olson 777. You can find it there, and you absolutely do not have to do it if you do not need to. But if you want to make sure that I read your message, request, or topic, that's the way. And it can be anything that you feel like doing or supporting with. Yes, thank you for posting my Cash App. Oh, thank you so much, James. James Fleming, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. Thank you for all of your valuable information. I'm 3 months from my trip and soaking all of your valuable insight in. Thank you, James. I'm excited for you. This is wonderful. Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. I hope that your trip will go very, very well, and I hope that the things that I've been sharing on this channel will help you a lot. And remember, even when you are in Ukraine, you have a question, you can, there are ways that you can reach me if you have a quick question. But I appreciate that you value the insights that I'm sharing. Thank you so much, and I hope that you're gonna have an incredible trip. We are all due for some fun. Oh, thank you, Terry, again. Oh my goodness, I'm getting spoiled today. Thank you. I'll never get to the topic back. Thank you for this extremely generous super chat again. And Terry is saying, an insight to life is always beneficial to all of us. But thank you so much. But remember, this is just my perspective. It doesn't apply to everyone and everything. But I do try to bring the most. And I feel like very often we kind of sleeping on a treasure chest. We have this treasure chest with all these incredible things available to us, but we put some old clothes and we put some rags on it and it's all dusted, and we forget, and we using some scraps and some really bad materials, or we completely forget about our gifts and those things that are already available for us to enjoy. So this is why I'm sharing things. And I fall down too. Sometimes I go in the wrong spiral. I like to be positive but and enjoy things, but sometimes, when I go off track, it's not a pretty picture. So I'm more than happy to help you, and especially explain a little bit or share more insight into our Slavic culture, so you can have better success for those of you who are in international relationships. Drink to that. Drink to all of your all of you guys who have been supporting, and to all of you who have been finding valuable information or valuable insights for our culture. Thank you so very much. This is so good. Thank you, thank you, thank you guys for spoiling me rotten. I'm gonna put some bubbles. Yay! I appreciate. Yes, I have a drink so I don't lose it. I don't completely go and won't be able to speak. Don't get carried away. So, thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you again, all of you, for supporting. So, for those who are tuning in and listening, we are talking today about Russian Ukrainian culture. Is this true that do Slavic people, especially us post-USSR people, have low self-esteem and that's why we are so hard on ourselves, or do we have high standard for things? So just now we discussed the low self-esteem issues, and let me read. I want to read what you guys were sharing. Let's see. James is saying, you have definitely helped me so much. I'm working on myself, working lots of hours for extra money. Excellent. Practicing Russian and got a personal trainer. Your insights have kept me on this journey. This is awesome, James. I'm so happy to hear that. So many young men, James is around, I believe you're around 30 years old, right? Somewhere there. So many young men waste their time on these dating apps and chasing women. And what I was trying to tell gentlemen, ladies like to be with a man, especially feminine women, like to be, yes, you're 33, awesome. They like to be with a man who is on the grind. You don't have to chase and go out of your mind and pursue women when you getting things right. And you know how fast the time goes. So instead of, spreading, this is too dark, instead of whatever, instead of spreading your focus where you can't focus, you go on some dates, you can't really find, you're not even a good match for somebody you dream about, but you keep wasting your time on going to all kinds of useless dates. You chasing. You are so much better off getting your energy and being where you want to be. I'm so excited to hear that, James, because the woman that you want, would she be interested in you when your focus is scattered, when you don't have your life together, when you can't afford to come, for example, and travel? And it's not, it's even more than that. The men who are on the grind, the men who are passionate about their work, that have purpose, they are extremely attractive to us women. Not just to go out and have tea and coffee and cappuccino, but they are the provider energy from the man is that essential element that is so important for ladies to consider you seriously. And I believe most of men who follow my channel are generally looking forward for serious relationships. Most of men who are on my channel, they are not looking to fool around, which everybody has their stages in life. Most of men over here want to settle down with the woman, with a feminine beautiful woman, whether she is at this point, no matter where she lives or what nationality she is, as long as she possesses certain qualities. So I cannot stress it enough how excited I am to get James' feedback, and that he really took it too hard. Realizing that yes, you can waste all this time and go get yourself all the brand clothes and watch TV shows all day, or you can get yourself together, get your life in order, put your ducks in a row, so you will have the space for that lady to come into your life. That is a major problem. A lot of men do not put their life together because they do not have a lady. But this is a vicious circle, because when you do not have your life together, even if you would happen to run into the woman of your dreams, you have no place for her, and you do not represent what she needs at this moment. So luck is when preparation meets, when the opportunity and preparation meets, right? So awesome, James. I'm really, really happy to hear that. You are doing better than, some people twice your age, I have to say. So I also think it's important to get dating detox. When you did it for a while, you hadn't met anybody you like. Sometimes you are the common denominator, and you need to reflect and realize, okay, the level of women I want is not interested in me. And that is okay to admit that. Or for ladies, the level of men that I would like to have is not interested in me. So what can I do? What can I change to have that? And this leads me to my next point about high standards. So my dear friends, not all of Russian and Ukrainian women necessarily have low self-esteem. Okay, guys, I need to close my window right now because I have a neighbor that is so loud, and the stuff that he says, it's a whole different conversation. Okay, breathe, it's all right. So that's another thing. The smartest are usually not the loudest. I'm just saying. I need to drink. So we're gonna talk about higher standards. We are going to talk about higher standards. So even though those circumstances when you don't necessarily get praised, or you don't necessarily get recognized for the things you do, or if somebody was beating you down as a child, really not encouraging you, not supporting you, there are some people who are strong enough where they manage to have more or less healthy self-esteem, but they definitely develop the high standards. And this is why I put so much emphasis on James' feedback, is because those women, genuine women, Slavic women, feminine women, they are they apply high standards for themselves, but they also apply high standards for their potential relationship and potential man. They do not need to chase the man. They do not need to convince the man in their value. They do not need to do none of those things. And you know, when you take care of your life as a man, remember, you should not, you shouldn't, your first motivation should not even be a woman. It should be you. I do realize that a lot of times so happens that you met a woman that you like and you look at yourself and you're like, oh my God, I need to get into shape. I need to put my bank account together so I can actually support her and take care of her so she can see that I'm capable of this. All these things. You may have not been pushed, inspired, or be in a situation when you would have that desire and realization you gotta put your life together now, right? But in general, think about this woman that you like so much, you're inspired, she may walk away at any point. You need to realize that you first of all change your life for you, because people are not owe us to be in our lives longer than it was meant to be, and they feel comfortable, so on and so forth. So uh when you see a beautiful woman, you may not know, she may be married, she may be divorced, she may be engaged, she may be in between. But should she stop caring of herself, of her appearance, of her mental state, if she just went through a difficult situation? No. But a lot of times it happens, so we should be our first motivational, our first motivation, right? So if you had a woman that maybe did not stay with you, but she inspired you to put your crap together, instead of criticizing her and telling everybody what was wrong with her, realize that she changed your life. I actually had many clients that I talked to that initially started working on themselves because they met somebody, and then it did not work out with that person, but they actually found the woman they were meant to be with, and they realized they should be grateful to the ladies that did not stay but inspired them for a change. But once again, even though the woman may inspire you for a change, remember, you changing yourself for you first. So Ukrainian women, okay, let's talk about now high standards. Man, I feel bad that I missed so many comments, but it is so hard to watch for people who join in later, if you know, when I go back and forth. But hopefully it will still be good and valuable. Yes, James is saying, this is exactly my thought process, increasing my value, and know it will lead to having a high value woman. Fix yourself first, just focus on that, and everything will work out. Yes, exactly. People always complain about their partners and the dates that they're getting, but they forget to look at the mirror. They forget to look in a mental mirror, in a physical mirror, in financial mirror, in their, you know, emotional and mental health, and they're like, oh, women are trash or men are no, actually, that's the kind of people that you are surrounded with, and if you want to change that, you need to be a match for what you truly want. So thank you guys for supporting my ideas. But you know, if you do not support my ideas, I'm cool with it too. Just stay respectful. I see you guys are connecting. Hello, Elizabeth, my dear friend, welcome. Oh, James, are you still on Patreon? If you are, that's awesome, because when you travel, you can connect me through there. I knew you were there, but I'm not sure if you're still there, which is okay, guys. Just so you understand, there is no pressure. Do what's comfortable for you. As long as you have positive influence, it's good. If you're negative, you will have to go. You can still watch it, but you have to go. If you're happy, you will be beautiful. Yes, you know, it's true. You know, the thing is, when When you can accept yourself, other people will accept you. People are not as concerned about shape of your nose and shape of your ears and shape of your fingers. Ladies, when you generate happiness and joy and you are fun to be around, men are aesthetically, they like women that inspires them. They like to have a beautiful woman around them. But if you have that energy, if when you come around, everything just blossoms and multiplies, and everything is bright and shiny when you're around. It doesn't matter. The shape of your nose does not matter that much. People are fixated right now with doing the surgeries, the lips injections, the all these things. But I really think when you put all these puzzles together inside of you, you start radiate happiness. You can, as a woman, you can be perfectly imperfect and you can meet an amazing guy. It's really interesting because talking about low self-esteem again, I was in school, in high school, and in college. And a lot of my friends who were gorgeously, like stunningly beautiful, like basically like top models, a lot of them have very unhappy destiny, very unfulfilled life because they had the outer peace, but they didn't have the confidence, the belief in themselves, the acceptance, the self-love. Unfortunately, once again, in our Russian Ukrainian culture, we were actually taught to hate ourselves in a way. Our teachers were going extremely hard on us sometimes and criticize us. It's supposed to be tough love, but a lot of times it was really going overboard, and that criticism and that harsh things that were told to us, they really taught us to devalue ourselves and to really hate ourselves for some of us, because some people are more sensitive than others. And some of my schoolmates and university mates were average or below average, just very, very normal looking women, and just normal, just normal, regular people. And some of them are happily married for many, many years. Some of them met somebody that was a good match, a best friend, and they are married for 10, 15 years now. So there is that belief that if you're a beautiful woman, you will have no problem with men, and that is not true, because a lot of beautiful women have self-esteem issues, and they allow themselves to be in a truly abusive circumstance and relationships, and they end up being used and hurt by every single man that they meet or they are get in contact with. So beauty does not guarantee fulfillment, and it guarantees that it's usually you will get approached more, you would get complimented more. But if you don't have that stable, very stable core, confidence, that's going to be very hard to go forward. Hello, Alina, Andrea. Hello, my dear friend. Good to see you. Good to see you, beautiful. I know you know what I'm talking about today. Yes, beautiful woman is like a rich man. You never know whether somebody approaches you because they want to show off with you, or because they actually do have genuine interest, because they do want to protect and care about you and provide. So a lot of my very gorgeous, beautiful friends that could be next top model made horrible choices with men. Horrible, absolutely awful, and they were used and hurt. They were used for their beauty and looks, and eventually yeah, I'm thinking about one friend in particular, and things that happened to her were just were just despicable. So yeah, that's something that I may share sometime, but I just want you to understand that don't assume that beautiful women are automatically confident and they are arrogant and they are stuck up. It's not true. Sometimes they have to protect themselves because they have to protect themselves because people try to manipulate and get under their skin. You know, men try to use them as, you know, an arm candy or a sexual object, and women who are trying to be friends with them. And I can tell you that, you know, those women that do not put effort and cannot work to be a better person, they think that this girl is lucky because she's beautiful, but she has no idea what the beautiful women are going through and how they get set up from their friends, and how it's really being beautiful is a blessing and a curse. And sometimes I think it is more of a curse because uh, insecure women that are also lazy hate your guts, and they will make gossips about you, and they will make stories about you, and they will smile into your eyes, and when you turn around they will make awful assumptions and just awful things, will spread awful rumors about you, you know. Ladies, you understand me what I mean. I think that's why it's so important to be friends with people who resemble your values, because they treasure you. Like, I treasure people that, oh my gosh, you know, you resonate on so many levels and you understand their vulnerabilities, you appreciate their beauty, it inspires you. And it's a treasure. I have, you know, several, actually I met several ladies through my YouTube channel. You know, not only men do I make friends with or connections with through this channel, but I also met a few ladies who keep it for the privacy of the chat, but I absolutely treasure our connections and relationships because I just understand what kind of things you go through. So guys, do not automatically assume, don't make an assumption that beautiful women just have this all this figured out. And those of you who date ladies overseas, you probably know how many things ladies have to endure sometimes, almost be punished for being bold and beautiful and smart. This is absolutely insane. And if you also a good person, if your heart is open to others, certain people will hate you even more, because you know, when you are beautiful but you're at least there is a legit reason to hate you. But when you are and open-hearted and nurturing and inspiring and loving, you don't want to mess with certain you know, with certain crowd. You have to protect yourself. So let me read some more. Yes, we're talking, you know what, this is a live chat, so we are talking about all the good stuff. John Sullivan says, this is very true. Men are often like children. They want the shiny toy. Women need to have their inner strength to say no. Sometimes being single is better than being with a worthless man. Not sometimes. Being single or being by yourself for a while is always better than being with a worthless man, because you can use that time to do things that are beneficial for you. You can recharge, restore your energy, and really make clear on where you want to be and what you want. I would never recommend, even like if in your small village you just have, let's say, one guy, let's just say that it's just one guy for entire village, you know, to not be with somebody just because he's currently available and you don't have any other options. Sometimes you don't know, you need to, you know, maybe go out a few times, but getting into relationships knowing that this relationship hurts you more than benefits you, you have to be willing to be by yourself. And that's not this does not only apply to romantic relationships, that applies to friendships, to business connections, to everything. You gotta learn how to be comfortable to enjoy your own company. Then you will eventually be with people who enjoy, respect, and appreciate you. Man, this message come from my heart, guys. You guys know that. Oh, thank you, Alina. I'm so happy that you come across my channel as well, and I'm so excited about the wonderful updates from you, and I I do treasure our connection, and I'm so glad that we met through my channel. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you. Yeah, Alina says I have seen that a lot. I think you talking about the gorgeous ladies, the beautiful women who took the wrong path. Yes, I mean it happens so much. You just hope that I would say the beauty, the outer beauty, is a gift. It is a gift. There are some people that are just born with this like exceptional beauty. It is a incredible talent and a gift to sustain it and to make something out of it. And so it really hurts to see when you see an inside and out beautiful person being used. So as ladies, we have to learn certain things, and it's wonderful when you have parents that tell you that you are enough. You are enough. You already have everything inside of you. You don't need to. When your parents when you were growing up and your parents gave you that message that you are enough, you are not gonna be. You may always want to improve and become better, but you're not gonna be one of those people who look for validation with just about anyone. So that is something that we did not get either. Guys, I want to tell you something in kind of like so you understand how reserved Eastern European culture is. My dad told me that he loves me for the first time 3 years ago. 3 years ago, he genuinely told me it was an amazing experience. I always knew that he loved me, of course, but it was summer 3 years back, so it was what 2019, I think. Is it 2018 or 2019? For the first time in my entire existence, he told me that he loves me directly to me. So it's just kind of this is in American culture, you say I love you every day to your children. I mean, maybe not every household, but it's a normal thing to say. In Eastern European post-USSR country, that was not a normal thing to say. And as I said, I always knew that my dad loved me, but he told that directly only 3 years ago. So this is where the tough love, this is why tough love plays such a huge role in our lives. And for those of us who have adequate self-esteem, we do have high standards. We do apply high standards to ourselves and to you. I'm gonna give you a very primitive example of high standards. When you show up on a date with a lady, you're not shaved, you're not dressed. It's I live in Midwest. People literally roll out of bed and go about their business. I love you all, but it's true often. So when you show up, when you did not put effort to put a fresh shirt, take a shower, shave, put yourself together, the high value, so to speak, Russian, Ukrainian woman or any other, woman that is have standards, she will be repulsed by you. Okay, and she will be looking at you like, why didn't you put effort to meet me? Why do you do not show respect for yourself and for me? Why do you allow yourself to uh, show up like that? That just automatically means that you are probably low effort, that you are a low effort guy. And you're gonna put low effort everywhere. James, thank you so much for joining Patreon. I'm so glad. I'm thrilled to have you there again. Thank you so much. And this is awesome that you joined, because I'm planning, well, I have some big events coming up, guys, like some positive events in my life. So I want to have like a celebration Zoom for my Patreon members, and I want to celebrate positive things and accomplishments and updates in your life. And I just want to hang out for us and all meet and just say hello. So uh I'm so glad that you joining now, James, because that's hopefully you will be able to join. We're gonna host meetings. I just need to I have an event coming up that is really exciting. So once I get this done, we should have a meeting. I'll have something to celebrate and to share with you, and I hope that I want to hear your accomplishments. I want to hear your updates, your plans, and all of that good stuff. So roughly it would be probably early September. I'm thinking either early September or very end of this month. We're going to have a Zoom. So for those of you who are joining the Patreon, I'm looking forward to see you in person. I mean, on Zoom, but it's still going to be awesome to see your face and hear what you have to say. Because unfortunately, YouTube is one-sided this way. So Elizabeth, I hope you will work on your Zoom application. Okay, let me read some more comments. That's a very good question. Just a second, guys. Okay, James is asking, how will American women respond to her American husband constantly telling their kids that he loves them when they have them? Will that be odd, or will it seem odd? Yes, this is a very good question. I want to tell you that we, as Slavic Eastern European people, we change when we come to the United States. We let go slowly but surely of our complexes, complexes like, of our inferiority complexes. I remember when I would criticize myself out loud that, oh, I don't look right today. My husband at the time, he would literally told me, do you realize that, he would either tell me that, no, you look amazing. What are you talking about? He was just, his eyes, I looked at his, body language, and his eyes would be like, what in the world? Like, he was proud that I love to dress up and look good every day. But also he told me that, people like he said, how many women like at my job would kill to look like you. He really led me to understand that I should stop comparing myself to some people in magazines and journals, and it just because first of all they don't look like that either. And American husbands really give you this idea that you are special, that you are rare, that you take care of yourself, you have taste, you are always elegant. So after some time we are becoming more relaxed, our self-esteem becomes better, and when it comes to expression of our feelings, we really we are changing over here, and we catching up with the culture. Just like James mentioned, what if I maybe get married and I have a child, I want to tell my child that I love them. So that will be okay, because by that time you get influenced by American culture, and American culture have a lot of positive things. For me though, I tell people that I love them when I truly do mean it. For me, when somebody says, love you, honey, it's, for me, it's probably my, still Russian influence. For me, it should have more meaning. I would rather hear it a little bit more rare, but it's heartfelt. I love you. It's, for me, it's important. I don't like it when it's too casual, like love ya. Like it's not quite what I want to hear. But when it comes to people that I openly love, for example, children in this case, like James is saying, we change here and we do tell our children that we love them every single day, and we mean it too. So Slavic people, when they move to the United States, they look and they are absorbing the environment. They are absorbing the environment, and they may not completely change, but they absorbing the environment, and they don't even notice, but they do change. I actually love to be able to say, I love you, how you doing, and really mean it. Really mean it. For me, this is important. And I think for children, guys, to build their confidence when you genuinely tell them, I love you. I'm so proud of you. It's so important to mean it, not just, tell, little Johnny that, oh, this is, but just when you truly mean it, your child get those beautiful seeds of confidence that even if they did not do the job perfectly, that assignment, even if they didn't get the A, they still know in the hearts of hearts that they are worthy of loving themselves, that other people, they expect respect and, healthy relationships and boundaries with others. So that's why it is so important to do both things, to make them feel loved and also voice it. I truly think you cannot go wrong with connecting with your loved ones, in this particular case with children, but even like with your husband and wife, your fiance, the man or woman you're with. Some people think that if I give too much, they will discard me, but it's not true. You don't have to try to count certain things, how much you said this or gave the flowers. It's how you do it. We as women falling in love with you because you worked so hard to get our attention, to make us to consider you. And so when we are together, we still deep down hoping that you are going to be winning us over, that you will continue date us, even if we are engaged or married, that you continue date us, look at us with fresh eyes, and still try to win us over. That's what we love the most. It's not that much what you do, even though that matters, of course, but how you do it. And I think if you're in a relationship with somebody, you should be their biggest fan. It's really devastating when you have a husband, a wife, fiance, a man or woman in your life that is your significant other, and you're not their biggest fan. When something great happens, they call somebody else because maybe you will joke or put them down or sort of find something negative about their success. So I don't believe that we can ruin anybody with showing genuine appreciation, genuine love. On the other hand, with Russian Ukrainian women, sometimes when you give them compliments, they feel if they did not have that love and and blissful, beautiful environment in their home, the parents were more reserved and they are not used to this. They, you're just meeting them. When you make them compliments and you genuinely adore some of their qualities, the way they make you feel, sometimes even subtle things about them, they either get very, very shy, like uncomfortable, and they try to say, oh, no, 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 this is not this way. This is, you think so, but no, I'm not like that. Or they completely melt and you feel maybe they are arrogant, but what happens, they are truly taking it in. They are truly receiving your compliment, and it blows their mind because they never thought that they have these qualities or features in them. So don't take it the wrong way. Sometimes when you tell the person for the first time, oh, you like, sometimes I get feedback from certain people whose opinion I respect, or from my subscribers, for example, about the channel, and I always see what I'm doing wrong, of course, because I'm from post-USSR. So I have to get myself out from that critical thinking. And sometimes I have somebody who's new, or who have been trying doing certain things, or got inspired, or maybe they have their own channel that is so we met like over YouTube, and they give me a feedback, I love your videos, they inspire me. I it's it's so extremely delightful to hear that. And sometimes you just don't know what to do. You don't know what to say because you don't expect it, and you just like so I just tell myself, say thank you. Just so if you have a lady that you really see those qualities that she does not see in herself, don't be surprised if she has like an awkward reaction, because most likely that not only that she's a humble person, but she didn't expect to hear that, and you just caught her off guard. But it doesn't mean that she's arrogant. It means that you hit the nail on the head, and she's just blushing. But it's a positive thing. I think it's a positive thing, because we really learn about each other through other people. What you guys see in me, for example, or in the things that I do, that is what you have in yourself. What I see in you is a reflection of me. We are attracted and drawn to people that reflect us in this and other way, this way or another. When you admiring somebody endlessly, it means that you have some of that in you, and you're just delighted to meet a person that reflects that. So when somebody criticizing you harshly and trying to hurt you, that is less about you, but it's more about them, because what they see in you is a reflection of them. Can make a life without getting philosophical. Oh, let me read some of your comments. John is saying sincerity is central to Slavic way of thinking. Words must mean something. Yes, the smiles must be genuine. Very, 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 very true. Especially if you are new in this culture, you're exploring. People are more reserved, and they prefer less, but with more meaning. right? For me, I have been living here over a decade, so I do both now. I do all kinds of things, you understand? So when you are the first time visitor, you just starting over there, do less but more meaningful. And of course, ladies want to see your actions. Or David, thank you so much for the cash app. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you, guys. You are spoiling me today, which is so encouraging because I feel a little bit rusty after my vacation. So I truly appreciate that so much. Let me read some comments. First time here and sub. Welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm not American. I'm Jamaican. Would a Russian Ukrainian woman date a man from the third world country? You know, that should be a whole different topic. How about I appreciate you joining and subscribing right away. I really appreciate that. Let me make a separate live about it, because we are already all over the place with this one. It would be a good topic to talk about, so thank you for asking that, because if I respond this right now, it will take us all over the globe, but it's an excellent question. I would just say, I will tell you shortly, it depends what kind of lifestyle you have. And you know, a lot of people come to Jamaica for vacation, so no matter what country you're from, it also depends on your socioeconomic status and on your lifestyle. So that would be a short answer. James is saying, I'm not someone who says I love you a lot. People get upset with me. I try to show it with my action. I understand that mentality. Yes. Guys, I want to just tell you, when you are, you know, with a woman that you really like, and you should show her with action first what you do. But there should be moments when you put all your power, all your might, and you tell her I love you for the first time, or maybe after a break, or you know, maybe you're going through ups and downs. You tell her that you love her, and you find the moment, preferably of course when it's just two of you, and you say it with all the expression you can say. You make sure that like she has goosebumps from that, because she should feel the meaning of it. And by the way, if she doesn't respond you back, it doesn't mean that she doesn't love you. In our culture, when you say I love you to somebody, it doesn't mean that you need to get a response back. That is almost like, this is your show. This is not show in an artificial way, but this is your performance, you opening up. So if she gives you a hug, a kiss, or something like that, she doesn't say it in return, it doesn't absolutely mean that she does not love you. It just means that she's maybe did not expect it, and she's taking it in. And don't force her to tell you that she loves you, or don't force her to kiss her and hug you. And we do these things, especially in the beginning of relationship, when we feel like it. When you ask somebody to tell that they love you, you really put them in a very uncomfortable position, because they may not be in that mode, even if they feel it, to share it. It's like giving flowers. As women, we don't want to get flowers because, you know, today is the day to give. We want you to feel that romantic impulse to do this, or to make a compliment, or to tell us you love us. So it is really important to understand this, and do not put that force that, you know, tell me I want to know that you love me too. It's like it's wrong, especially with our Slavic culture. under no circumstance do not do it. If you wanna show and share your love, do it, share it, and let her receive it and see what happens. Phew, I need some water. I need a drink. Thank you guys for sharing your thoughts. Alina says, I feel the same. Meaningful things are meant to be said in a meaningful way. Yes. Especially in the beginning. And then when you're getting more comfortable with somebody, I do believe you can say I love you more often and more casually. But with us Slavic women, just don't do this love ya. You know, we just don't. It doesn't really do it for us. I'm not saying that it's bad, but if you want to say it more often and more casual, still put some expression to it. Don't make it too casual, like see ya, love ya. We don't do that. When I'm telling you all these secrets, all these secrets of Slavic women. Oh my gosh. Where I am? Oh, where I am? That's a good question, man. I lost the live chat. Guys, thank you so much for being with me for this over an hour. I promise myself every day that I will record a short video. One day it will happen. Just looking at your comments. Hello, Mark. Good to see you. John says, as a father of 2 daughters of 18 and 23, you can only watch, but you cannot tell them what to do. You just hope they see it. Well, as a father of 2 grown daughters, hopefully you've done the work you were supposed to be. And yes, now you can watch. You can still lead. You can make them feel comfortable about or showing that you're still open to guide them and support them. You cannot force it, you know. You cannot say you need to do it this way, because you know they're gonna do exactly the opposite, right? But hopefully you have been doing things that build their confidence, and you are still at least twice older than they are. You still have more life experiences, and there is nothing shameful about asking your dad to guide you, to lead you, to ask your dad to qualify young men they're going out with. There is nothing wrong. So you cannot force them, but you could let them know that they're always welcome to come for your guidance and support. And believe me, they will be coming for your guidance and support. I am really, really grateful that I had my dad for as many years as I had him. He was almost, my dad, I'm like what they call a late child. So he was always afraid that he will, die super early. But even though you're never ready for it, but I do have appreciation of how long he was with me. And man, he was probably my closest friend. He knew all of my secrets. Not all of my secrets, but he knew all my men secrets. It's absolutely amazing. Not even my girlfriends, my mom, nobody knows the truth, so to speak, but he did. Because I felt comfortable sharing with him. And I knew he knew something about men. He could tell me some things that I would not know. Mark, thank you so much for sharing your comment. I've only been to Ukraine once, but I can tell you Ukrainian ladies are not going to settle. And the notions that they just want to get out is a myth. Very true. They will wait as it takes to find the right man. Yes, Mark, is very true. Yes, you know, you were on a trip with us back in, what year was it? 2018, I think. Um, Yes, it's a total myth that Ukrainian women will lower their standards. We do have high standards. A lot of us had overcome the low self-esteem. We build our confidence, us, our, you know, in us, our self-esteem, our confidence, and we still kept the high standards. We still kept the high standards. So Ukrainian women are not settling. They also understand when you choose a man, it's not just about, you know, having drinks and buying dresses and cell phones. This is the man who will lead you in your life. We want, no matter how smart we are and beautiful we are, we want the man to lead us. In fact, we do not respect the man who cannot be a leader. So when it comes to choosing the one, it is very important to narrow it down to the right one. So Ukrainian women are not in a hurry to just jump on whatever comes their way. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, John. It's been getting a little bit better, you know. It's been getting a little bit better, but still long way to go. But I'm so blessed to have you, and I know if my dad can see me, he would want me to do things, and he was really proud of me. He didn't really know about my channel that much. He ran into my videos on YouTube. This is really funny. Since we talk, I just want to share something personal with you guys. So he was watching YouTube, and one of my videos popped up, and he told me, you know, I look at this, you know, lady that popped up on my screen, and he was like, she looks a little bit like my daughter. But then again, he said all young people look about the same. Because, you know, for him, I'm always young because, you know, I'm always a child. He's like, yeah, all younger people look the same. And then he's like, I don't know if it's a really, you know. And then he clicked on the video, and he realized that yes, he ran into me, just, I don't know how, maybe because he had my email. So anyway, long story short, he was you know, he was pleasantly surprised that I found something that I so much love to do, connecting with people. And he just was, we laughed about it. It was really funny. But unfortunately, my dad does not really, he didn't speak English that well, so he has no idea what I'm talking about. But he was delighted to discover that. So it was kind of funny that, you know, he ran into a video that looked like his daughter. Possibly, he wasn't 100% sure. But he was very supportive of my pursuits. So thank you. I just think it's comical. It just was comical. We both laughed about it. Yes, Andrea says, ladies like less talk and more actions. Very true. So before you profess your love and all these buttery compliments, make sure you make a difference in your lady's life. And in Russian Ukrainian culture, it's kind of reversed. In American culture, you do a little, then when you get married, you do a lot. You guys know that in our Slavic culture, we look at you, what can you protect us? Can you provide for us? We look at you at this moment. We do not believe that, oh, you know, I will take care of you. No, we don't. Or no, I don't. We judge you on how you take care of us right now. And maybe it's against the Western logic and scammers and whatever you say, but we cannot help. But we see during the lens of our relationship whether you actually take care of some very important things, or do you just stay in a courtship zone forever? So if you don't take risk, you don't invest in us, your time, your money, your effort, it just tells the woman that you probably not ready to provide. That's how we look at it. I know it's American, in American culture is different, and we're not gonna ask you for money ever. You will have to see in which way you need to help and support, and do it without asking a damn question. If you know your lady needs something, if you know that's education, maybe she needs, whatever your need is, you gotta find and support and not make a big deal out of it. If she matters to you, you know exactly what she needs. Don't ask her, oh, can I help you, or like, I want to help you, but I don't know what I should do, how much is that, so sorry guys. That was so I hope you getting my point on that. If you know that she needs something and you can provide that for her, do not ask her, can I provide that for you? Just go ahead and do it if you are serious, right? If you cannot provide, get a job, take your time off the dating, and then come back again. I can't believe I'm saying all this, but it's real. Spot on beta male American accent. Oh my god, James. Thank you. I was trying. But like, um yeah, it's not gonna fly. That's why a lot of Russian Ukrainian ladies do not mind dating men a little bit older. I'm not saying, your father's age, or, couple generations ahead of you, but because these men know how to be men, know how to provide, protect. They don't ask the silly questions, when they know you have some big expense, or you're going through some procedure, or you need money for something, there is good old envelope, or there is good old, Cash App or PayPal. Then if you ask about it, you already halfway lost, you already 50% lost. I do not recommend you to support random women, to get yourself in trouble, to get hurt by scammers. But what I tell you, if you know you want this woman, you have only one chance to show that you are actually a provider. So by asking her, well, or telling her, well, I wish um I wish that I would have extra money, but I guess I would have to save, and I didn't save because I didn't know I'm gonna meet you. So well, maybe I'll help you when you be my wife. Yeah, but that's terrible. Oh my goodness, good lord. Oh my god, I can't. I have a bit of a, crazy little, a little bit of anxiety this week, so it's fun to laugh. Anthony says, I've made $10,000 with not doing anything. That's my kind of guy right there. There are so many things. If you have money, you can make money. There are so many ways to make money. You probably know something, Anthony. I'm glad I have a consultation with you tomorrow. So maybe you you will sleep the secret, but there are definitely all kinds of ways to make money. Do not waste your time on explaining to a woman why you're not prepared, why you don't have any savings, why you don't have any investments, and why you can't help her in a critical moment. Don't waste the oxygen. Figure out how you can get it and help it. Right? I like that approach, Anthony. Well, you can invest, you can do all kinds of things, you can offer services, you can help people, create services and products. You can rent your apartment. I mean, there are many ways of making money, but what I'm trying to say, do not spend and waste her and your time by explaining your lady why you cannot help her. She's not gonna get attracted to you listening to your excuses. It's the same if she would explain you why she's not good looking, and that one day she will be good looking, but you have to stick around. How's that? How's that would work? Oh wow, donating plasma. Wow, Anthony, I'm afraid of you. I'm just kidding. Well, I guess you can. I mean, I don't know much about it, but hey, I mean, there are ways to make money for sure. And there is nothing like the energy of the guys that makes things happen. If your girl needs something and you're low on money, you better go start delivering pizza to get her what she needs. Well, you better find ways to do stuff. Yes. Yes, Alina. I know, why do I call you Alina? Because Alina is a Russian name. Alina or Andrea. Oh my God. Andrea gets Nobel Prize for this. Better not to say anything than say, can I help with something? Just help or don't say anything. This is so true. Alina, you are so Alina again. Well, I hope you don't mind if I call you Alina sometimes. I just love name Alina. And Andrea too. So it is so true. That is such a stupid question. We hate this question. Can I help you? Well, let me know if I can help you with something. Well, that is obvious. That goes without saying. If she will need something, she'll tell you. But this is your job to figure out what exactly you can help with. Even if you do not have the full amount or you can't do, just say, hey, this is what I can help you with. And you just do it and you leave it. You don't make big deal out of it. It's there. So hopefully she received that. So true. So true. We appreciate masculinity in men. So that's what it is. Anthony. Oh my God. It's not gonna work with Russian women. At least not with those who have self-esteem. If you just ask, what can I do for you? They're not gonna become your girlfriend and come to your bedroom. Things happens once you actually had proven that you are reliable, you know what to do. My dad always would tell me, you need to know what needs to be done. Being able to notice what needs to be done is part of the job. He would actually tell me that. Getting noticed, what needs to be done, is a part of the job. Because I remember as a child, sometimes I didn't know, like grown people doing something. I don't know what I need to be doing. And he told me, he just put me down and he said, so see what needs to be done and go do it. So if a girl, if the feminine can figure this out, the masculine should be on top of it. James said we need to know all of the secrets. Well, I appreciate you guys and going way over time, but that's love to what you do. Go do any job, yes. Don't spend 3 hours explaining why you don't have something. Do any job. Yes. Baby, I can't afford you. That is what you're saying. Yes. The thing is, the women that do not want you to do anything for them, these are not the women that you actually want. Even though you would say, man, I'd love to have a woman that just don't need anything from me, they're just like happy with, what I got. But the truth is, that is not the woman that you actually craving. You don't want her in the first place. And what I've learned, that men generally value things and people who they worked hard for. Because when you work hard for something, you invest in it, you're going to value it. When things come too easy, how many men move the mountains for women that have no requirements? How many men go wild and crazy, out, crawl out of their skin for women that have no requirements or no standards for them? So to answer second part of the video, uh, the question was in the beginning, we talked about high standards. Yes, Ukrainian women do have high standards, and it's better for you as well, because it won't let you to let yourself go. She applies the same standards to herself, and she will not let herself go. So nobody lets themselves go. That is pretty good. It's nice when something keeps you in shape, that something keeps you accountable. It is so important. I didn't really feel like doing a video today. I got in my vacation mode, and I'm just like, this is so awesome, just to be focusing on, just to be relaxing and doing certain things. And then you realize you did say something, you did promise something, you do need to show up, and it's gonna be fun. And people are waiting for certain things, they're looking forward to certain things. So it keeps you in check when you know that somebody is waiting for something, somebody appreciates something. It keeps you, when you set a standard and people expect from you no less than, it's good for you as well. So that's what I want to share with you guys. Of course, we went way over the limit. I guess lives are lives. They are not scripted for sure, but I hope you got the main idea that yes, sometimes low self-esteem is the case. A lot of ladies overgrow low self-esteem. They develop, they blossom, but they still keep the high standard. They apply it for themselves and for their partner. Some ladies do not even have the low self-esteem issue. They just have high demands to themselves and high standards for others. That's only to be expected. It would be hard to be a person that expect a lot from themselves, from herself, and she just allow people step all over her or be low effort. Ukrainian and Russian women do not like low effort men. They are not interested in low effort men. Doesn't matter how handsome you are, how rich you are, how whatever else you are. If you're a low effort man, it's not going to work. So as sun sets down, I'm gonna say goodbye. I will look at some few comments. Thank you guys. Thank you, John. Good night in Dublin, Ireland. Right. James, good luck. Thank you so much for joining. Good luck. Awesome. Again, thanks so much for joining Patreon, and thanks for your generous and genuine support today. I'm glad to have you back, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. Alina is my second name. You can call me like that too. Oh, that's awesome. I love Alina. It's a Russian name. I think you are a Russian spy, Andrea, because you have this beautiful accent as well. I love your accent. It's so delicious. I hope it will never change. So, my dear friends, I promise you I will look through all the funny and witty and awesome comments that you make. Once the video is over, I'll be able to, in 24 hours, I can access the comment and see them. So, yes, thank you, Bill. I know he would be proud. I know. Thank you. Um, yes. Anthony says, like you said, if you earn less than the average Ukrainian woman, you need a job. Very true. I'm glad you guys enjoy my beta male accent as well. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to have new subscribers, have my all-time OGs, have ladies on the chat, have people from Ireland, Australia. Oh, this is a very valuable comment, John. John says, you need to respect your culture, a few words of the language, some effort. Pushkin, Akhmatova, make effort to understand the culture, effort to enjoy food. Yes, if you spend time to understand our literature, our culture, yes. This is how I got married for the first time, because he knew, he could speak a little bit, and he knew our classic culture, our history, our literature. So for me, that was a huge bonding point. Alina says, yes, I also feel this, that American love ya sounds a little meaningless and fake. It is, it's a part of the culture, so I understand that people are used to this, but um, it's not something that we get excited about, or not something that we appreciate. Doesn't mean it's bad or good, but it's not something that we can resonate with. Okay, Jem says we need all the secrets. All the secrets. Well, we shall see. Anyway, my dear friends, I appreciate everybody who typed a comment, and I just appreciate this. Ray says, how long did it take you to learn your excellent English and trying to learn Russian and its stuff? It's been a while. I started learning when I was around 12, but it was no English speakers, so I don't know. I just always loved it and learned it for no reason. But thank you. So anyways, guys, yes, I will look if there's any more comments that are resonating and maybe inspiring another videos. Thank you so very much for joining. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for your genuine support, guys, for your generous support. I truly do appreciate it. You have no idea, but you guys make me, when I feel I'm a reflective person, sometimes I feel depressed, sometimes I have not really depressed in terms of actual depression, but sometimes you feel down. You have things that do not depend on you. You have your frustrations. You have your bad days. Sometimes you feel, why are you even doing this? Nobody cares. Like, listen, being hard on yourself, that completely connects with this topic. We are our harsh critics. You don't have to be Russian or Ukrainian to be your harsh critics. Those people who have these mental things, we all have this harsh outlooks and harsh critics, and I do this too. It takes effort to close down, to shut down that voice. So your appreciation really, like, okay, it's always encouraging. So thank you. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. And you are welcome. I'm looking forward to talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for supporting. Oh my God, what are you talking, Alina? Oh my gosh. We talked, when we talked offline on the other platform, and I heard your voicemails, I was like, oh my God, I overjoyed. So you have beautiful voice and accent. So it's funny because I feel the same sometimes when I hear my voice on my video. I'm like speechless off. But it's difficult sometimes, so, but it's amazing. You should make your own channel. You are so gorgeous, and I don't know, you should be on the radio or on the channel. You're literally a work of art. So I'm just saying the truth. It's not even a compliment. It's stating of the fact. Okay, I'm gonna read few couple more comments before the darkness completely hits us over here. Mark is saying, from what I have seen, many Ukrainian ladies are used to being objectified and build up a defense to protect themselves. And some guys do not understand this. And this is why proper approach is important. Yes, that could be a great video, Mark. Thank you for the comment. Yes, yes, and yes. Very, very, very true. Ukrainian women are very sensitive to men making sexual comments and doing this whole objectification thing, because they've been there before and they want to vet you, you know, they want to know what your intentions are. And if you think hey sexy is a great way to connect, like I no longer get hey sexy on my channel because I put hey sexy in block and hey baby and something else. So but it's just so, you have no idea how much you repulse a woman of value, a woman of you know, substance with hey sexy, hey baby. It's pretty bad. When you meet in person, it's even worse, because they have heard that so many times and it didn't bring anything of value. So when you do these things, your chances of winning that woman goes down to 0. Those chances go down to 0. So that actually, Mark, that is a great point, and that would be a great video to make. So anyway, guys, I wish you to have a wonderful evening, wonderful dinner, wonderful relaxation. I am just almost feel like I'm making up for the times that I wasn't live for a while. Yes, it's getting dark. Ooh. And I gotta go and have some tea time. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for making this live a lot of fun. Alina, thank you. You are such a sweetheart. Thank you. I see your comment. I am blushing, but in the dark. I appreciate to get such kind and inspiring words from you. Thank you. And you know what? I love the word magnetic. I love the word magnetic. And I think, you know, you said magnetic beauty. And, you know, I think women who are not, you know, don't have the perfect features, the perfect bodies, you know, and men too, when you truly aligned with yourself, when you truly doing things that you love, you let yourself be happy, you let yourself to let go of the baggage and all these things that happen to you, when you bruise that joy inside of you, you becoming magnetic for other people. And this is where magic starts. So with that being said, I want to wish you a wonderful night, and I will see you very soon. And thank you so much for joining me this evening. Have a good night, everyone, and I'm looking forward to connect again. Thank you.